Yes, students, today some bits, general awareness bits. The first bit, very simplest one. Which of the following is unstable? Which of the following is unstable? Based on options, you have to think electrons, protons, neutrons, and fourth option, all the above. This is general awareness question. Among the elementary particles, electron, proton, neutron, electron carrying 1 unit negative charge, proton carrying 1 unit positive charge, neutron is chargeless particle, hence it is considered as a most unstable one because it is not having any charge and but having mass. So that is why it's not considered as a stable elementary particle, like generally teachers sometimes telling mind absent body present, like that. So when you are inside the class not listening the class, there is no use, it is absolutely unstable. So like that only, neutron not having any charge but having mass, it is considered as a unstable one. So among the electron, proton, neutron, the most unstable particle is neutron. And second question, another very simplest question. In water molecule, what is the percentage? In water molecule, what is the percentage of hydrogen? In water molecule, what is the percentage of hydrogen? Not only in water molecule, in any molecule, how to calculate percentage of given element? So simplest concept, whatever element percentage you want to calculate in any compound, in that compound its weight by total weight into 100. Suppose if you want to calculate hydrogen percentage in water, hydrogen atomic weight is 1 but 2 hydrogens are there. One atomic weight of hydrogen is 1, its atomic weight is 2 hydrogens there. So 1 into 2 by 2 plus oxygen atomic weight is 16, so 18. 2 by 18 into 100. So the percentage of hydrogen is what? So in water molecule, hydrogen percentage is 11.11. So most of the students, without calculating, simply 2 hydrogens there, 1 oxygen is there. So generally around 66% like that answer telling. But in any compound, the calculation of percentage of any element is equal to its asking element weight by total weight into 100. Suppose if you want to calculate carbon percentage in carbon dioxide, so here carbon atomic weight is 12, oxygen atomic weight is 16, 2 there, so 32. So percentage of carbon in carbon dioxide is equal to, percentage of carbon in carbon dioxide is equal to 12 by 44 into 100. So this is the way of the calculating any compound. You take any compound. How to calculate percentage? In that compound, asking element weight by total weight into 100. So this is the way of the calculating percentage of an element. Based on percentage, you can create formulas also. Now, simplest question, another question, which halogen is called superhalogen? Answer. First of all, 7th A group elements also called halogens. Due to highly reactive nature, the fluorine is called superhalogen. Which halogen is called superhalogen? Fluorine is considered as a what? Superhalogen. So before that, which group elements are called halogens first? Which group elements are called halogens? 7th A group elements also called halogens. Among the 7th group elements, means out of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, which is called superhalogen? Answer is fluorine. Next question, general question. Which element restricted to exhibit only -1 oxidation state in chemistry? Which element can exhibit only -1 oxidation state? Only -1 oxidation state. Answer is fluorine. In overall chemistry, fluorine always exhibits only one oxidation number, that is -1, because of what? High electronegativity. So in total chemistry, highest electronegativity element is what? Highest electronegativity element is what? Fluorine. Highest electronegativity element is what? Fluorine. Its value is 4. So what is the electronegativity value of fluorine? 4. In total chemistry, highest electronegativity element is fluorine. Next question. Which halogen can react with inert gases also? Answer is fluorine. In total, fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent. Fluorine is what? Strongest oxidizing agent in chemistry. This one also keep in your mind as a one of the most important bit. Strongest oxidizing agent is what? Fluorine. In overall chemistry, strongest oxidizing agent is fluorine. Fluorine easily gains electron, and another bit, fluorine only easily forms anion. Which halogen easily forms anion? Answer is fluorine. So this is very important. Due to high reactivity, strong oxidizing power, fluorine can react with even zero reactive elements like inert gases and forming many compounds. Fluorine can react with xenon. Forms many compounds. They are xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride. Such type of compounds easily possible. So which halogen can react with inert gases? Answer is fluorine. Due to what? Strong oxidizing nature. In overall chemistry, the strongest oxidizing agent is what? Fluorine. And resultant compound, easily forming compounds or easily forming compounds between fluorine and inert gas with the largest size element of inert gas, that is xenon, can form compounds. They are XeF2, XeF4, XeF6. Okay,